1st of May, the year 2021. Of course, the year that many of you have been anticipating, the year of the general elections on the August 12, 2021, of course. Now, the race to Mandayu is on after the nomination of various political parties or aspirants has been done. However, some during the adoption process were left out. Among them is Emmanuel Banda, who has now resorted to go solo in PETAUKE Central constituency in Eastern Province. Now, we also have to understand that Mr. Banda is competing against one veteran politician, a seasoned politician, if I have to make mention that, who is Honorable Doris Leah, and also other 4 aspiring candidates on the, of course, patriotic front. And on the case of Honorable Doris Leah, while Emmanuel Banda has gone independent after he was left out from the adoption process. Let's find out what agenda he has for the people of PETAUKE Central, and of course, what happens if he happened to lose that parliamentary seat. Allow me to make mention further that remember that all the views that might be expressed on this program from our guest does not and will never represent those of Muvi television. But of course, we shall endeavor to ensure that we guide the program to move as smooth as we expect. Thank you so much for joining me, and follow us in the next 30 or 45 minutes to come. Mr. Banda, welcome to the special program.
Thanks a lot. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How have you been?
No, well and good. As you can see that even just the look.
You're looking terrific, indeed.
Yeah, and all smiles.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Right. How is the constituency?
No, the constituency is okay.
Right.
As you're aware that I'm sure it is on record that I started working way back. So I'm sure I did what I could.
Right.
So that come August 12th, I'll carry the day.
Indeed. You've been on the ground from 2016 when you were left out again until now. Sadly, you know, despite that smile on your face, I want to believe that you're a sad person because you were left out from the adoption process and you've decided to go alone. What happened now?
Comrade, I'm not sad.
Right.
As you can see that I'm smiling. Why I'm smiling? Because when I was applying to contest, seeking that adoption, to contest the PETAUKE Central constituency, I knew what I was doing, that I did my groundwork well. So either adoption or no adoption, well, I'm going to carry the day. And I'm sure. And I'm sure it will be the last time for you to call my opponent that heavyweight. She's no longer heavyweight. Call me heavyweight, not that person.
You claim to be a heavyweight compared to other competitors on the ground.
Yeah.
But, of course, one may argue with you to say during the adoption process you were left out. And that is evidence enough for one to conclude that you are not a heavyweight as you claim.
No, comrade. As of my issue, it's different with other people. My issue, I'll draw you back, I think, in 2018. 2018, when the president came to, that was 2019, when he came to commission Edgar Chakwalungu Technical School. I was with my SG by then, before I resigned, because I'm no longer a member of Patriotic Front, because I resigned, I'm on my own as independent, yeah. So by then I was a member. So I was standing with him. Then he told me to say, as long as I remain the SG, you will never become the member of parliament. Because I asked him to say why. He said, you are ugly. So nibawuja kuti koma kuno petauke otwala ku parliament ni munthu uli ni umozi olo vanthu vali 63 yayi otwala ku parliament ni vanthu amu Petauke Central. The Petauke residents, they are the ones who can decide who to send to parliament, not just an individual. So from there, I'm sure it is also on record that there was inter-party elections. On those inter-party elections, the day I declared that I'm going to stand as the provincial youth chairman, it is on record. The same SG expelled me from the party without any reason. And thank God to the Republican president, Dr. Edgar Chagwa, who listens to each and every individual, regardless of who he is. I was reinstated within 48 hours as a member again. And from there, it is also on record, comrade, that the day of a provincial conference to elect provincial leaders for Patriotic Front, I was one of the participants. And when when the conference was about to be opened, it is on record that I was injured and I was taken to hospital. I was admitted. My hand was broken. So from there, I thank my supporters. By then, they had negotiated with the doctor to inject me to numb the hand. Then I was given, my hand was put a plaster. Then from there, I went and attended the conference. Well and good, because you know, when you're passing a lot of things, a lot of roadblock, or the day usually before that, I was crying, not knowing that those were tears of joy. Then I carried the day. And the same Secretary General, when he came now to officially declare us as the winner, he started again attacking me to say, it's good that now we are in the structure, so you are a weaker vessel now. I said, look, I'm still coming, comrade. I'm still coming. I'll be fast. Let me be quick. Okay, let me be quick.
I want to cut you shortly because I want us to avoid discussing individuals or personalities, but we discuss perhaps maybe institutions. All right? Okay. Because what
yes, that's what I'm saying. The Secretary General, I haven't mentioned name, but I'm saying the Secretary General, comrade.
Because, look, those issues you are
I'm explaining to you now, so that you can now.
You are raising now here may not be defended or may not be,
but I'm explaining to you what happened. Why it found that I wasn't adopted, and I was ready for that because I was warned.
That's where I'm going to. Because really, you can't put a blame on one individual. You understand? For example, if myself...
Who is the CEO? Who is the CEO? Who is the CEO of the party where I was seeking adoption?
I'm coming to that. If, for example, myself here, I was going to be suspended here, of which I've been suspended before.
Yes, who is the CEO of
So I'll tell
this?
you one thing, that if I was going to be suspended here, I think it would be folly for me to only think about the person that has given me that suspension letter, say this is a bad person. You understand?
But he told me. But he told me one-on-one.
Let's look at the institution itself, because whatever decision that are made by Muvi Television is a collective decision. There's something like in the Patriotic Front, when they make a decision, and if the SG is going to come out and speak, it's not the SG necessarily, or maybe the spokesperson or whatever, but it's a collective decision.
But there's
of which
history.
The president, I want to believe that
there's a history.
Part of that decision, there's a member or in charge of the center.
There is a history, comrade. There is a history of that. That's why I've told you. I've been following you. I've been telling you what happened, because you can't tell me that the Central Committee, when we were standing, when the president came and officiating the Edgar Chagwa Technical School, I was standing with him. He told me all the central member of committees were not present there. But it was me, my competitor, and myself, were the three of us. There was another person who is also a witness, comrade. So I'm talking things which I know, which I was taught. Right. Yes, because I can't mislead the masses. I can't mislead the Zambians. I need to tell the truth so that they can know where it
Let's
it
talk
missed.
about the entire, institution or governing body. Do you think, because they sat together, with the head of state?
Yes, that's why I was coming to that.
Do you think that really that decision was done by one person, or it was a collective decision?
No. It was done by one person. You know why it was done by one person? Because they brought in a technical knockout for me to say I was suspended. So if I'm suspended, then I'm about to appear before Central Committee. Now, if they adopt me, the same Secretary General said that the Constitution says if someone is suspended and he hasn't been cleared by the disciplinary committee, we can't adopt that person, because if tomorrow is adopted and the party decides to expel that member, which means the party won't have any candidate. So that was a technical knockout.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's bury the
which was planned by the cartel.
Right. Let's bury the bygones. Let's look at now where you are. You are standing as independent candidate in PETAUKE Central.
Yeah.
But again, on the other side, you've made it clear that you are going to support President Edgar Lungu on the presidency.
Yes.
How is your relationship now with the president?
The relationship, I'm the resident of Zambia. I'm the son for Mother Zambia. So the president is the president for everyone. So the president he can't have any difference with anyone. He's a parent. It's just the same at home. Your kids, even if you send someone to school, then you have left someone. You have started first paying for someone, the first born. There's the second born. You have left that second born. It doesn't mean you hate that second born, because they're all your children. Yes. So he's our father. He's our president. He's the Republican president of Zambia.
Do you regret having left the Patriotic Front?
I don't.
The political party that you've supported for a long time.
I don't. Look now. I don't regret, because I knew it was the plot of the cartel, and it has already started coming out, because now those cartels now, back where they have gone now, to the same adoption which they used manipulation, where they have gone, they have failed to work. And then now they are cheating the people. Like yesterday, they were telling headmen in our constituents to say, I'm going to be the running mate in 2026. So if you are refusing to vote for me, then me, when I become the Republican president in 2026, I won't help you. I won't hear for your concerns. So now, someone, how can he position herself to be running mate for 2026? But he has failed a constituency. One who has failed a constituency, and then now he's talking about the country. So you can see that she thought people of PETAUKE, there are people now whom she can take advantage of because we are not so that educated. Yeah. So she thought that we can't understand the constitution of Zambia, but we are there. We manage, even if we are struggling to be educated, but we understand the constitution, and we are eligible to anything, because we struggled just to finish school because of the same lack of development. Yeah, the distance. Because like primary level, the schools, they're in the radius of 15 kilometer to 20 kilometer. Now, when you're 5-year-old, because here I can see, when I go to most of schools here in Lusaka, you find that in most of urban areas, you find that a child who is 5-year-old is at school, is in grade 1. But come to our village, you find that 5-year-old child, he won't manage to cover a distance every day, 15 kilometers. It's too much, which means it will be just a punishment. Even if he walks you'll be getting to that school, you'll be tired. That child will be tired, won't even concentrate. So as a result, we are asked now to look after the animals, to be heading animals.
And you feel
I was one of them. I was one of them. I've headed animals before because of the distance to the school. Yeah. So if I was sitting again at home, I was going maybe to be a thief. But I avoided to be sitting at home. So I decided now to be heading cattle. Right. So which also took me about 5 years. So you can imagine, when I was 5, I started heading cattle. Then up to 10 years. Then 10 years now, 12 years, that's when I started grade 1. So you can imagine even my tongue was already was already used with the vernacular, with insenga, chakwasu. Nishiluli ya kosaka ale mkwasu. Lomba ukwa nishetiani lomba unazaka 12 kutu uchipunzile lomba chingerezi uchitetiani. So chonse chira nichifukwa chache cha usogoleri. That's why I say olomba tipitamo muli amene ala mavuto takamba kuti yayi mukwaso uno lwendo nase ma qualification tinayo skulu tisirija olo tenzo punzira ko kanka tisirija skulu. So tasirija skulu lekani nase kansi mapepa tinayo vakufuna ICZ kuti tipanamire bantu ampetauke tinavo. So ngati tinavo lekani lomba nase tichita apply titwala vonse andi tibasebenzera bwino muone chifukwa chamenese bakukamba bantu ti yayi pakine the thagi yayi chizungozwa lini you want to accurate things in parliament, but look, the same thug, the same person who can't articulate things, he has delivered development. I've assisted I've done like road network. I've done about 200 kilometer gravel, which I've done across the constituency. When we look at water, I've done about 130 boreholes. The thug, the person who can articulate issues in parliament, has done those roads, has done boreholes. I've done staff houses for teachers. I've done staff houses for nurses. Have you seen what a thug can do? That's why people of PETAUKE have said that even if you call this person a thug, even if you call this person uneducated, that's what we want. That's why I'm sure it's evident enough. You can see for yourself. The day I was taking the nomination, the day I was taking the papers for nomination, you saw how people of PETAUKE, how happy they were. Mwiona kukondwela kwenzeri ni vana, kwenza akulu, vantu akulu, mkote, zonse zenze kwa kine zokanga no utuka, koma zikwanisha zikamba kuti yayi, uno ulwendo lomba tienti utuke, wamene wakamba uti ni thagi, tienti walangije Zambia yonse kuti thagi wamene ndiye watu funa. Wamene uyo sapunzira, usaziwa chizungu, ndiye watu funa. Wamene uyu kapena upaya vantu, kapena uchita chinji, wamene ndiye watu funa. Mwamva, kai, they have labeled me left, right, center, trying, no, this one is a killer, this one is a thug, this one doesn't know English, he can't articulate things in parliament. But check on my results. My results are fantastic. My results are mwah. Whereby, and it's good that now the levels will change. Immediately when I go to parliament, they will be seeing me, those who are calling me to say I'm uneducated. I'll be at Unza, University of Zambia. I'll be there.
You seem to be very sure that you're going to get a
no, I'm sure.
PETAUKE Central.
How should I doubt? Check on my opponent. He's sick now. He's every day now accusing people. He wants to accuse people to say no. He wants to Bradford people. Kwatalija wenye kuti yai neni kankale vice president mu 2026. Songa timuni vote the lini nishimwechi tukukomka chuone lini kankala vice president. Fonse hivyo ni vachinji. Mwaviona na hivi soti. Mukwaso lekani pato wantukasha mukwaso. Kulina inkani wambakale kuna mabantu na kwanisha kutwala mapepa bwino bize huyo yayi amkanira ICZ enikanira kuni nichita bwino na mapepa na simbwe ni pasa trakita and trakita echingwa tuchoko chama nomination mwamenewa achingwa kale uti chuchitatiani chugaula no gaula soti no mfwikira Goliath, because this fight it's the fight of David and Goliath. And you saw, and my weapon.
And you are the David.
Yes, I'm the David, and I've got the stones. And that stone, it's those people, the multitudes of people you saw on my nomination. Yeah. So those are the same stone which they are going to bring Goliath down. And I'm sure she knows to say, there's no two ways about it. I'm going.
The PF has made it clear that those that have decided to stand alone, people like you who are going independent, even if you win, the party will not work with you. Because according to the PFSG, I did attend the press briefing, that was yesterday actually, where I mentioned that you've betrayed the party, most of you. You know, the Central Committee, chaired by the President Edgar Lungu, who is in charge of the Patriotic Front as well, and also Republican President, chaired that meeting, the Central Committee, and they made a decision to say, Emmanuel Banda, among others, you're not going to stand on the PF ticket.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But you decided to go your own way.
Yeah.
On the other hand, again, you claim to be supporting, or you claim to be in love, or to be loyal to President Edgar Lungu. And yet the decision that he made together with other people has been betrayed.
Comrade.
How is your loyalty, really?
Comrade,
How genuine
before we start talking of my royalty, comrade, let me remind you, let me take you back, because me I like going through some books about history.
Right.
Yeah, even the Bible. You know, those in the Bible, those names which you hear now in the Bible, they were so much persecuted. And those, after going through that persecution, they became someone. So let me go back in 2016. In 2016, in Chipiri, in Rwapura province, they adopted the candidate, the PF candidate was adopted. But who carried the day? It's the independent. Washad, the adopted candidate. But now, the president, that candidate in Chipiri, campaigned for the president, but he washed the candidate. So if that candidate was campaigning for the opposition, would you think the president would have carried the day? The answer is no, comrade Mkonzi. Answer ni kuti ula candidate waku Chipiri enze chitira campaign opposition asemba president aliyetole mavoti yechitola komalomba chichizopezeka kuti ula candidate wenze pereka chipani then na candidate ulenze panama pa independent echizowina ula wenze pa chipani wamne wa mkulu enze na ero mu 2016 Mkonzi vintu venze bwino nzopezeka kuti candidate ngati ni minister na chiflaga nacho chiri peru ocha campaign chiflage chiri tete chuperuka chiri chimotoka kani chividizero kuti ni vama hala so na chimotoka chulira na security kapokola ali kuvuli koma ka independent ke chizoba nyata mama wa 11 hours aluza mndala so lomba ezofuna nombo ta president aluze tingachivomere jerini icho ero kwasu. I'm sure I'm on record. I've been supporting the president. I'm very loyal to the president. To the president, I'm very loyal. That's why
the rules have changed. You know,
no. Look, comrade, I'm still coming there.
Those independents, they might have been supported, you know, from 2016 until this year.
Yeah.
But today, the PF has made it clear that they're not going to work with you.
It's the PF. I'm no longer the member of the Patriotic Front.
And of course, we are saying
I
that
resigned.
the President Edgar Lungu is in charge of the Patriotic Front.
Yes, but I resigned from PF, and now let me tell you, I've got a new role. I'm the chairman for the foundation, which is Eastern Province for Edgar Chagwa and Development. So that foundation, our aim to form that foundation was first to work on the vote turnout in Eastern Province, because Eastern Province, it has been on record, the turnout for 2011, 2015 by-election, and 2016. It has been below 50% voting turnout for Eastern Province. But because of that, I did the research. And after the finding in that research, I said, no, let's form a foundation so that we can boost the voting turnout from 50%, from below 50% to above 90%. So that foundation, I'm sure it has been on record, and you journalists, you have been covering it. You have seen, we moved into all the constituencies, yes, to talking to people. But I wasn't talking to people on behalf of the party. I was talking to people on behalf of the foundation, which I'm still the chairman. And that foundation, it's on record. Even you people, the journalists, you covered it. I had a press briefing when the foundation was endorsing the president, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Why we endorsed the president, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu? Because of the things he has done. But there's a cartel now, those who are saying now, who are talking about 2026 to become the running mate, those are the cartel. Because you can't now start telling people to say, if you want to vote for me, then in 2026, I'll be the running mate for the same party, which I resigned for the same party.
I think for me, for the sake of this program, we are going to treat those as rumors.
Okay, no, it's not rumors. I've got witness. I've got witness.
You've got evidence, but yes, from our side we don't have evidence, so we treat those as rumors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Utreating and koma mwero manumuja ni kuti valana kateo. So amene valachifukwa cha vala kateo seo tile kerini mukwasu na vantu hapo onimvwa kupetauke na ku Eastern Province konse onimvwa kuti seo monga chairman wa foundation Eastern Province for Edgar Chagwa Lungu and development tuyangana pachitukuko vachita president vasu a Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu ni vinyinji ngako olopana wera kyala kuno ku Lusaka na dabwa kuti apapanja palitala museu ogedeza chifukwa kale panenzowera nikupeza kuti panja panikachoka penze lukungu monga kapena ni chinji kwa malomba ndiye kuti president osevenza panja tia pamene pano paino TV papa patete pali chimseu cha palulu tikaliona chuona tete apa nikawina pa 12 August nikauleta vantu akupetauke kuti akawere akaniperekeje ku parliament zikadabwe miseu ili kuno chifukwa vantu lomba zambopitira palulu koma kali zenzopitira pansi lomba tetyo hivyo vitukuko ndiye patingakange vitukuko mukwaso hivyo no those are developments which we want. We also want in Petauke the same development we are seeing vimiseu vopitira palulu na ase kupetauke para pamene pa tanofu papatu konekera pakondo chitikangozi ngako tingazokondewera pane pakuti pawereko chimseu cha palulu pa kuti vantu nawo vana zikawere zikotamba ndachikawe chinthu choyamba zikotamba ni chimozimozi. Just in Petauke, comrade, we have got a technical school. That technical school, comrade, we used just to hear about technical school. Maybe David Kaunda, technical school, maybe Hillcrest, technical school. We never had any technical school. But now it's in Petauke, Chirimanyama ward, which is in the village, Simambumbu village. So all that, what do you want? What do you want if the president can deliver such development? That's why I've said, no. Yes, I'm an independent, but the constitution allows me because I've got a voter's card, comrade. Remember, I've got a voter's card. And then I won't just vote on MP or council chairman and councillor. I need also to vote to choose which president to vote for in August on 12th. I need to vote for a certain president. And I've chosen to say I'll vote for Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu because of the things he has delivered. Look, in Eastern Province, even the whole Zambia, before PF came into power, if any person diagnosed with cancer used to be evacuated abroad, just that person to go and be treated. But right now, right there in Petauke, that's where now if any person who has been diagnosed with cancer is treated right there in Petauke at Karindawaro General Hospital. All that, what more do we want? In Eastern Province, comrade, when you are coming from Chipata, coming to Lusaka, just from Chipata to come to Lusaka, it used to take 7 hours by road before PF came into power. But look now, PF is in power. Driving just from Chipata to Ruangwa, it's about 2 hours. 2 hours and a half. So all that, muyano mwana wa muyano akachite chinji kuti mukamvwe and wamene uyo ndosenu kamba kuti valolesha amene awe kamba kuti yayi independent asakambe pala president atiuje constitution akakambe cross tiphunzira lomba olo tuzwa lini ngako chizungu koma tiphunzira tuverenga no ruku comrade tuverenga so kuliye constitution kuliye cross
comrade, we understand.
Wait, I'm still coming comrade. There's no constitution which says that tell me the clause, okay, maybe you tell me the clause which refuse an independent candidate.
I actually want to concur,
which refuse independent candidate to endorse the president of his choice.
I want to concur with you, Mr. Banda, that you've got your own democratic right to choose which
because even the same
you'd want to support.
Because
right?
even the same even the same president who vote for a president
on the morality aspect to say like for example here at Muvi TV, if I'm going to say the Muvi television, Muvi TV entire management makes a decision against me, all right, and then I walk out there to say I'm not going to support, for example, maybe
comrade, wait, there now, comrade,
Mr. Tembo.
Yes, wait, comrade.
Mr. Kombe. It means there's a problem in me.
Morality, comrade.
I've got a choice to choose which person I can support at Muvi TV.
Okay.
But those decisions were made in a collective agreement.
Look, comrade,
right?
I've worked before. Look,
I want us to move on.
No. Let me clear you that on that one. Yes, I'm not educated, but I go through a lot of books and I know a lot. That's why I've asked you to say, tell me which constitution or the clause.
There's no any clause in the constitution.
Yeah, now I'm coming
that denies you to choose
the
your
president.
own preferred candidate.
Yes.
All right, but on the moral aspect, there is no way where the decision.
I'm coming now. So you, if you have differed with, you have differed with the HR here, can you say that the CEO is not good? I'm asking. If you have differed with the HR here, ula olemba nchito ulali in charge ula accountant pokufolesha akudyera ni ndalama zonse mwe mwakalipa accountant utakula HR mpitikisha ni nchito mwe mukazonda CEO vena company mwe ngati mweyo na CEO mumvanana mulipyala bwino basi ungavazondere chinji na uzo kuti uyu munthu nwachitukuko bazondere chinji ni chimozimozi naneyo niliye kangane na president a president ni munthu wabwino olo kapena bevenizonda nene mwana wao nenu wakonda andi nenu ufuna kuti apitirije chifukwa cha chivitu kukovawo andi nuziva kuti akumva ku munthu ali wonse nkhale olemala muiona it's on record vanthu olemala mpetauke baganizira koma vinthu those who are given mandate to get things from Lusaka, from Minister of Community and Development, to take to the people, those who are not okay, those who don't have legs, so that they can have those wheelchairs. There was no one. It took the same thug which are accusing to say this one is a thug. No, this one is a thief. No, this one is a what? A lot of names. But to me, those are just Russian. I'll apply them. I'll keep on applying them. That's why they won't manage. I'll never give up.
There's one lesson, Mr. Banda, that I think we need to learn from there, more especially we as young people and people like you that are aspiring to take up, the leadership mantle politically. You know, men have said those that have been in parliament for a long time, the veterans have talked about, they have lectured us to say the people that are standing on the pulpit, more especially the young people like you, who are claiming that when they go to Mandahill, they are going to change things in their constituents overnight. People are saying that is not attainable, because when you talk about development, it's not about one individual. It's not about, for example, we had a statement from Honorable Dorasili, of course. He lectured us. That is a person who has been in parliament for a long time. She didn't mention that.
What has she done? What has she done?
Wait a little bit.
What has she done? Tell me two things. You are a journalist. Look, you are a journalist. Tell me two things which she has done. And mvani mukwaso mwe. Niujeni kashe vachita ameneao and don't act on expectation.
Umvani. Vamene nikamba. Mvakuti vanatuuza. Kamba ati development si muntu umozi. Developing a constituency, if ima chokera ku central government, Okay, so if one person is going to stand in Kalingalinga or Munali, Mandevu to say the MP was here, he or she failed.
Now let me lecture you on that one now, which means amene oyewera pa mkonzi mvwani mkonzi uyo munthu yewera pano
wena kangiwa ni government in general or ni president in general. All right, we also had the same sentiments or similar sentiments coming from Honorable Oliver Piri. I mean Elizabeth Piri.
No, amene ondiye kangiwa.
Right? Anakamba ukamba no, the issues in Kanyama, don't heap them on one person, but it's about government in general. But you young people, you seem to be more ambitious.
Now let me.
You are too ambitious.
Now let
me
tell
what
you
is happening in Parliament.
Now let me tell you something.
You know.
Let me lecture you what happened in Parliament.
Please.
Even if I haven't been there, but koma panezo punzira ku skulu tankhala tenezo punzira pali civics yukamba pali nkhani ya parliament ngangira nkhani ya physics ya civics tipunzira parliament vuchitika nvotyani tuviziva so sati totally jana wenye. That's why kuli mabuku mukwaso. There are books which talks about which they educate you about how the development is supposed to be delivered. Comrade, let me tell you, do you know that the CDF, Constituency Development Fund?
Sure.
Yeah, and that CDF, it's given to each and every constituency here in Zambia. And that CDF, you get it from Parliament. So those who are saying that, no, if the MP has failed, which means it's the whole government which has failed, no, they are the same failures. I've given you the example of wheelchairs. Wheelchairs. In PETAUKE, we had a lot of disability people who had never seen a wheelchair for the past 30 years. But the wheelchair, Minister of Community and Development, they have got in stock thousands of wheelchairs. So you want the president to go and get the wheelchairs from Community and Development to take it PETAUKE? Akatole, weva president vireta, avitwala ku ministry weva president akavitole vila vima wheelchair ku ministry kula akavatwalire vantu akupetauke ni nchito ya MP ni chinji nchito ya minister ni chinji upeze vamene vala vantu akupetauke monga sewa enze tipasa na ministry vetipasa choyamba enso mkonzi mwanikumbusha chintu muone PETAUKE tudalira pa ulimi. We depend on farming in PETAUKE, and it's on record that in 2017 there were army wings. And when we, after election in 2016, the president said, no, PETAUKE, you have delivered enough votes. So I'm going to brace you with the Minister of Agriculture. But in 2017, we had MUMs. But now, since now the MP we had sent to Parliament didn't know about agriculture, where was she? She was in America during the time of MUMs. She was in America watching boxing. Because when she was growing up, she was watching that boxing. Seyo tiliyaitambeko boxing tiwane ralomba peti wana MP baso aliko America otamba boxing nene Tyson. Dia peti ziwa boxing. Se vatu ziwa nvaulimi. So kuti nikalikuza. So lomba wait comrade. So mwe lomba mkakamba kuti yai ulimi pala mami we mutilie display then tikaze tikatamnilijire wenye utina president. It's the president who didn't bring medicine to spray the army worms. No, it's that person who was given that mandate to be the agriculture minister, to be the member of parliament for PETAUKE Central, is the one who failed the people of PETAUKE to bring to spray the army worm. Kuta tupae tudoe. So lomba mwenzofu na kuti a president atolelomba display vira awere ku PETAUKE nombo chita spray minister wechisankha beve na MP wechituma ali ku America otamba boxing nilomba zunyatana abantu nje chamufuna then mukamba kuti yaya akakangiwa MP national president akangiwa osawa ikako a president kuli vovatete a president waikenkoni kuchitukuko ni muntu wachitukuko Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu. Ndiye watu muzibira kwasi ku PETAUKE, ndiye watu muzibira kwasi ku Eastern Province, and tuona nkwani ku Southern Province achita change. Ni vinyingi vachita chukanga kwa mene kula kwechi mtana mavoti. Ona ni kulima gesi lomba, kulima light. zutamba pteti pano zutamba vonse hivi kushokerera zireka kuwera mchoma kugaisha zireka kuwera mchoma zina vigayo vao kwa mene kwala kuchinji kududu mwezi.
I want us to close Mr. Banda and
no Muziva, you journalists, you are the one who is misleading people to say the president hasn't delivered. No, because the MP has failed, which means it's the president. From today, you journalists, you should be separating things. Let the failure of the MP be aside, and the development which the president has delivered. Also, no,
fair, Mr. Banda,
no, I'm very fair.
We are accusing.
No, because you are telling me, you are the same person who is telling me, the same journalist. You are telling me.
I'm quoting the words from various parliamentarians that were there at that time.
Yes, okay? Because you publicized it. You publicized it to say no.
Development is not about one person.
Okay, but you know to say.
The government, it's about the central government.
Yeah.
All right? Of which a member of parliament, his or her role is to help to enact laws in parliament that are going to help to develop the country in general. All right? Yeah. Not really developing the country. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it.
You're not sure.
I could be down about it. I could be behind about it.
No.
But a member of parliament is charged with the responsibility to help in acting laws in parliament.
Who is in charge of CDF?
Of course, the government.
Who is in charge of CDF?
It's the government.
No, who is in charge to get CDF from Mvani Mukonzi? Who is Mvani Mukonzi? Niwane ali ofunu kotola CDF mu parliament mu chinganda cha parliament atole CDF aitwale constituency niwane ofunu ko chitaivo ni member of parliament.
But we've had
Lomba yovenga totola lini.
There are some constituencies where even when we speak right now, they will tell you to say, the last CDF I got, maybe the CDF I got maybe last year or this year was supposed to be gotten some 4 years ago.
You understand? Even when
that CDF is, when it's released, it doesn't go in the pocket of a member of parliament.
No, it goes into council. But who takes it in council? Who takes it in council? And who are the stakeholders in council? It's the MP, the council chairman, or either the mayor, the councillors, and also no. I want to tell you the stakeholders.
As if when that CDF is released, it goes in the pocket of the MP.
It doesn't go, but he's in charge. He's in charge because he needs to sit with the stakeholders and then to know, to say, this CDF I've come with. You need to sit with councillors, the chiefs, and then you need also to consult the village headmen to say, we have received this CDF as a constituency. And then what are the priorities in these constituencies which we can work on? It's either a clinic, either a community school, either a bridge, etc.
And let's imagine maybe within a tenure of 5 years, okay, which is that of a member of parliament. You are given CDF maybe twice.
No. Boma ya Ediga Chagwarungu you pass a chaka chiri chonse CDF kuma constituency yonse. That's why even Oloneo chairman wa foundation, the Eastern Province for Ediga Chagwarungu Foundation. I've endorsed him. Why? It's because of the development. That's why even on the foundation, there's development. Why we have put development? Because we have seen massive development across the country, not just PETAUKE or Eastern Province. We have been seeing, he has been going all over. Look about men and women in uniform. I've got a question
to that.
Look now, those I'm still explaining guy now. You are cutting me, comrade, which means you don't want. No. We are moving.
Much time on this.
No, we are moving now. It's the last point now. So let's move. We'll move. Look about men and women in uniform. Before PF came into power, how was the accommodation? It was a sorry thing. But look now. Ongana vuma upstairs romba vila vuma upstairs venzongala mutiala azungu tenzo vonera tera muno tikawera mu Lusaka tikarutako kapena kukafyuwe kwa kuli Chansi Z kuli Keti Z ndiko tenzo na vuma upstairs kwa malomba ngoya ni paliraya ngoya ni kuni kuli konse muone vuma upstairs wakapokola lomba na mwami kumo shwankala lomba mchi upstairs mwamba munuja president osebenza lini osebenza and watu wala development kulikonse ngoyani kuchoma ku southern province kwamene kwa kamba uti hai omufuna lini koma ndiye kwatwala chitukukonu apangana choma yankhala city mweyo kale pf ikaliowera mu power choma enzepo city mweyo mkonzi yazeli ni city hai so vonse hivyo mkonzi lomba muntu ndiye watingaleko yamika wote wakuti mchoma wapangamo na city kwani mchoma lomba muone vitukuko vilimu ni mwana nenenji mwana alirenji vilimu vonse.
We know that PETAUKE Central, just like other constituencies in the country, you know, they are lacking behind in terms of development. And if you talk about
yes, they are lacking. Look,
to deal with
they are lacking development. They are lacking development.
Exactly.
MPship level coming down, not on the presidential level.
I don't know really how you want to categorize these issues, but let's talk about lack of development in general. Forget about councillor, forget about MP, forget about whatsoever, council chairperson. Let's talk about lack of development. Because when we talk about the roads in PETAUKE Central, they are pathetic. Just like
no, they are not pathetic because I've worked on them.
Just like in other places.
I've worked on them.
I wanted to find out from you, if you were to be voted into power on the 12th of August this year, what could be your first priority agenda or developmental agenda would you want to take to the people of PETAUKE Central?
Thank you, comrade.
I want us to be quick now. Time is closing.
Thank you, comrade. As for me, my leadership is inclusive.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't want to impose something on the people of PETAUKE Central. Immediate when they bring me into parliament on 12 August, then from there we'll start the journey of changing PETAUKE. First, we need to sit with the stakeholders of PETAUKE Central. It's got the church, the traditional leaders, business people, community, Muslim community, Christian community, who sit. Then we'll see which projects to prioritize. Those which those which were which are very bad, like for instance, the radius from the village to the school, which I've said that it's about 15 to 20 kilometers. We need also to work on that. Maybe we'll sit as the stakeholders, and then I'll guide them. I'll also remind them about education, because now education is very important. Because even just to be a councillor, you need to be educated. So even me to be the MP, if I wasn't educated, because there was a rumor, just seeing my vocabulary, they thought that I'm not educated, I don't have a grade 12. But
of course, the rumors are everywhere.
Yes.
Rumors are everywhere, and you know, you can't stop that. You can't stop people from accusing you.
So
would you confirm that as you stand here tonight, and the people of PETAUKE Central that are watching you, and other provinces, would you say you don't have any agenda for now, just for meanwhile?
No, I have agenda.
When you go to Manda Hill, then you begin to convene those meetings with the people so that they can tell you what they want.
Look, comrade. Me, I've got already my manifesto, and my manifesto, I started it in 2016. Immediately after losing, I never went to sleep. I started now that's why I've told you to say I've done roads, about 200 kilometers. I've done boreholes, water, because water is life. Water is life. I've done about 130 boreholes. Dams. I need to also work on dams, because in PETAUKE, thank God, we have been blessed with the Choppies, which is a supermarket now. We never had a supermarket, because maybe when they see JJ, the type of English he's speaking, they say, no. We can't bring Choppies. But now, they have seen now, we are bringing PETAUKE Central, we are bringing PETAUKE on the map slowly. So now, look, we have got a supermarket, Choppies. But now, we don't have vegetables in PETAUKE. So, immediate JJ comes into parliament, will make sure we should have dams, and that dams will help the animals in PETAUKE. Will also help, will stop getting fish from Lusaka. We'll start farming fish using the same dams. We'll also start farming like gardens using the same dam. So those are the things which we work on. And I've already started. There are some dams which was washed away, but I've started also repairing them. So those are the things like staff teachers' houses. When you go to some schools, a teacher, you find that he's got a house 10 kilometers away from the school where he's teaching. So you have heard already, I've done also staff teachers' houses. Why? Because of the same distance which they were traveling every day. So you find that a teacher doesn't have a bicycle, doesn't have a car. So for him or her to walk 10 kilometers, then when he gets in class, he starts teaching. You'll be tired. And you know when someone is tired, katempa kuwera pafupi. Uwere mwana kambe kutia umusha tikamba thisi, okamba thee. This is thee. Basa mbama mamene umu, nishiromba na mwana para mapunzire yele dini. So, chifukwa cha menecho ni amboba mangira manganda lombo choka tia pafupi nganda ipeza tia skulu likuvuli nganda ilipavuli oza tini jeje chita. Those are the things. That's why in PETAUKE when you say jeje the thug, they'll even skin you alive. Try to come to PETAUKE and say those things you are saying to say the thug. Those things, even these people who are watching me now, I can see there are some who are saying that criminal. Come to PETAUKE, you say that criminal, you see the way they will skin you alive.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got 5 minutes to closing our program, Mr. Banda.
Yeah.
But allow me to ask you maybe 1 or 2 questions before we say our goodbye. We are into the main campaigns now because after the nominations, we expect people like you to now be on the ground full throat, you know. But on the other side again, we can't ignore something that has befallen our country. That's the COVID-19 pandemic that began, that was last year about summer there. You know, at the time when we thought that the pandemic is gone, we've been told that another or third wave has come in again, all right? To that effect, we've been advised as a country. Again, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has advised people like you, the politicians that are wanting to sell your messages to the people, that you have to avoid public gatherings as you convey that message. You know, and a person like you, we have seen...
Avoid or stopping.
We have seen you need to avoid. There's no ban to it. They're advising you to avoid public gatherings. Okay, but people like you, we have seen a huge crowd that you carry each time you go, you know, for these rallies. Another example is that what the crowd that we saw when you were filing your nominations. You know, something that can endanger the lives of people. What is your approach now to that effect?
Thank you, comrade. Comrade, I'll tell you one thing. Today you can be sick in bed, but when you hear exciting message, you receive exciting message, you even jump from your bed, start dancing, even if you are sick. So that's those crowds now. That's what happened when they heard to say Jeje has taken this bold step. Atolalomba step ya kutati pana mirete bantu wose kondwera. That's why kwa mpamili para mwenzi mwiwana penzi na ole mara tibalesha uti ya yosa tamanga but wenze pamene na otamanga tenze nao chifukwa chakuti echimvwa bwino. That's why namusha nti valoka mboti Jeje ni criminal, Jeje ni chinji, Jeje kulibeve ni mesaya oyavya ochita chinji. That's why mwiwana pamene para mkalangishisha pane papa crowd penzi na ole mara penzi nkote penza kulukazi, penza azimai, penze bantu mayusi wosiana tenze tivalesha kuti kuli matenda lomba pa kuli matenda alesha isizedi koma ziliye mvwike Until me as a leader now, I had to address them now. There, just outside this red, to tell them to say, please, as we are going for this election, please, let's avoid this gathering. I know you, my people, you are happy, but please, let's avoid, let's wait so that this wave should go. When this wave passes, then now we'll celebrate nicely. I know on the 12th, because them, just when I was firing in my nomination, to them, it was already a celebration that we have carried the day. So I told them to say, as we are also coming to celebrate second time now, on the 12th,
right,
please, let's avoid from now until 12, so that we should be there. You should witness me.
So you are going to comply to that?
Yes, we are going to comply, and we will never gather. And I'm also asking my fellow participants also to avoid such gathering, also to maintain the rules of COVID-19.
Right.
Because this COVID-19, yes, when we gather, we can say, no, I'm popular, no, I'm what, because of those gatherings. But we are killing someone there. Because us, we have felt it before, losing someone. Because in PETAUKE, that's why some other people, they can call me names. But when we are crying, we cry together. Tulira once in PETAUKE. Ngati mpachisekerera once. Lomba yakine wala lomba. Mwankhalirapo zaka zonse. Akaliono ulirako pamozi na bantu PETAUKE. Baziwa na lini.
I want you to answer this question just in a minute. Because there are allegations, that very strong allegations, that one of the reasons why you were left out from the adoption process was because of your behavior, your questionable behavior, in inverted commas. All right? People are saying you are a person that feels that it's you and yourself. You are uncontrollable. You're a person that doesn't want to heed to any advice, either from your leaders or whatsoever. Or what you want to get, you're going to get it. People have cited examples of the issue that you talked about of ambushing police officers, those allegations that you even took in court. You know, have you reflected on those issues and try to find the modalities on how you can be a better person?
Comrade, in short.
Just under a minute, we need to go.
Yes, comrade, in short, in the Bible, what's the history of Saul? Because even you have got history. When you are young, comrade, we can't judge you. When you are young, when you are putting on diapers, when your parents were stopping you to put on diapers, matevera yala, penzo mlesha ni mkonzi uti, aposa vwala tevera lomba, usiku la lebwino. Lomba muna hapa, pamwa kula, tukuwa mjajingani uti ya iwe para wenzozi tundira, ya iwe para wenzozi chitachinji. Kuliye hivyo mkonzi. So, hapa yesi, nakula andi vira lomba ni muije ni mkonzi. Yenze, kwenze kusebenza kwa kateo. Amene abakateo eruta mu central committee no kamba kuti yayu yalipa suspension. But I wasn't serving any, I wasn't, I never had any case. I was cleared by the court, which means those kateo, they don't trust our courts, our court of law. So I'm urging them also to start believing in our court of laws, so that in future they shouldn't make the same mistake they made.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, Mkonzi, I'm a free, once I'm a criminal, mwenza criminal Mkonzi. I shouldn't call you from today, I shouldn't call you to say maybe or speculate, or maybe accusing you, or maybe to think that you're a criminal, because I know where criminals stays. I know where kawalala kwa kunkhala. Mwemuza kuli nkhala kawalala. Mkonzi wati mkaite ne kawalala tilina epano.
Asogolele mwachita clarify.
Mweni morwala mweni. Morwala.
Thank you so much. Time is going to
so the name
Thank you so much, Mr. Banda. All right, we end our program here. My guest has been Emmanuel J. Banda, who is aspiring as Member of Parliament for PETAUKE Central. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, remember, like I did mention in the preamble, that the views that have been expressed on this program does not and will never represent those of Muvi Television. But we believe that this program has been fruitful. Join us next time. This is Innocent Piri, IP. Good night.